Well, hello, peeps. It's Chloe and Chloe's mom here. Um, we are at the end of week 2, and I'm feeling really good. I had some highs and some lows all week, ups and downs. Did a lot of praying at one point, and my prayers were answered, and had I don't know, the inner strength to just keep on. So what we do is we have 3 backing maneuvers, and each one we do, and then we have to qualify on it, meaning the instructor sees us do it 3 times proficiently before we can move on to the next. So I qualified on my straight line backing, which is basically a 12-foot alley, 100 feet long. You just back the truck down it. Maneuver 2, I qualified on yesterday. And this one was a big struggle for me. And finally, I had my main instructor helping me, and then he helped me again the next day. And then later that same day, one of the other instructors popped in, and there was a connection. Like I don't know, something in the way he explained it made more sense to me, and I qualified on that. So that one it's called offset backing. You'll come out of a alley, like say you're at a loading dock, and then you have to move over and back into the alley next to it. And then, so I qualified on that. So today I learned backing and docking. And what they do is they start you out doing it at a 45-degree angle, so it's easier. And then once you have it down at a 45, then they move it to a 90-degree angle. See, what you're doing is you're coming down a street or whatever, and you have to back 90 degrees into, I don't remember the measurements of it, an alley up to what would be your loading dock. So you have to do it without encroaching on any of the cones, and you have to end up with your bumper in that 3-foot area in the back. So anyhow, I started on that today. Got in about an hour and a half of doing that. And tomorrow I'm going to go out there. We're allowed to go out and use the trucks on the range on the weekends. So tomorrow I'm going to go out and I'm just going to do the offset backing and just try to refine my technique a little bit and just keep doing that for a good, and I'm going to put at least 2 hours in. And in the meantime, we're also practicing our pre-trip and coupling a trailer, and we got 2 demonstrations on that. We did it once with the instructor, and then me and some other students, well, actually me and one other student did it. 2 other students, sorry, did it just for a little practice. Yeah, that's about it. And in the meantime, we have all this homework, so I work on that here at the motel in the evenings. And if we were to get behind on that, it's pretty serious. So you got to put those hours in as well. But yeah, so far it's like a challenge. It's hard. There were points that I wondered, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Maybe I'll never learn it. I'm not feeling that way now. And so yeah, we're halfway done. And like next Tuesday, 4 students from previous classes are testing out for their CDL. And then the next week, the 2 that are left, usually this doesn't happen, but because of COVID, at the beginning there was like 4 classes are all at the same time. And Monday, a class of, I believe, 8 is starting, but they'll be over in the terminal for most of the first week. So things will ease up a little bit on the range. We won't have to be sharing trucks. So once I start doing the 90-degree back and then qualify on it, then I can start driving out on the road. So then 1 hour every day, you go out with the instructor and drive on the road. See, I'm looking forward to that too. That'll be nice instead of just back over and over and over and over and over and over for hours. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And in between, we're learning all these things about the bill of lading and trailer seals and chain of command. And I thought nursing had a lot of regulations. Trucking has a lot. And you have to know all these weights and measures and hazmat stuff. And there's just a plethora of things. Oh, and the other thing we learned today, too, is the weight limit on a semi is 80,000 pounds. You can have 12,000 on your steer axle, 34 on your drive axles, and then 34 on your trailer axles. So if your trailer is loaded, and you scale your truck as soon as it's loaded, you go to the nearest scale and you scale it. And if it's loaded wrong, so like say there's 38,000 pounds on your drive axle, then you have to move the back tandems of the trailer to adjust to get the weight right and then run it over the scales again. Because if you get pulled into a DOT weigh station and you're at 38,000 pounds, you get a big fine. And everything that happens like that, tickets, fines, DOT violations, it all counts poorly towards Halver too. So, you not only want to not have to pay for stuff, but you don't want to bring your company's score down. And like they were talking about, like in reefer van, say you had a load of turkeys and you didn't lock in your temperature or you didn't do something right, like you didn't have the trailer seal, you took it off or it fell off and you didn't notice it and you got to the turkey plant with no seal on your trailer, they can refuse it. And then your company just loses $20,000 or, whatever. You ruin something on your truck that's a couple thousand. So you want, the company takes good care of us. We want to take good care of the company. So we're learning that kind of stuff too. And that's about it. I feel like I'm rambling on and on. Oh, and Chloe does well in daycare. She cries when I drop her off. She's so happy to get there. She's happy to see staff. She loves staff. But then when I go to leave, she's just hanging on to me, and as they're carrying her back, she's crying. It's heartbreaking. But she made it halfway through. She's halfway done. So she got puppy treats and a new toy. Alrighty, that's about all I have for you. That's all about week 2. I'll maybe throw some pictures or something on with this. And let me know if these are long and rambling and boring. Are they interesting? Should I keep doing them or should I not? Let me know. And I'll still do the jewelry giveaway. I have not forgot about it. It just keeps getting put on the wayside. You have a good weekend, peeps. These beautiful sunny days with weekend coming up. I'm seeing a lot more boats.